The story of culture now begins after 9/11. As part of the pro bono coalition of design professionals, New York New Visions, there was a need to make a map to get people back downtown. Our first map was printed in January 2002. We decided that we liked making maps, so we managed to print and give away over 650,000 free maps of Manhattan in the past 9 years. Not only were we busy, but this turned out to be a lot of paper. We built the website and iPhone app for people like ourselves who were curious about the world outside of gallery walls. We believed that public art should be seen in context with the architecture and the history of the place. Our solution was to take advantage of the GPS and audio streaming technology of the iPhone to create a technologically sophisticated guide to the physical environment. Taking an example, look at Times Square. On a map, it's pretty confusing. So how can we make it comprehensible? We recorded some of the architects who were responsible for the new Times Square talking about what they did. Here are 3 of them.
I'm Hugh Hardy, an architect and urban planner who has been involved with the transformation of 42nd Street. And it's an interesting discussion because people ran for political office for decades claiming they would clean up Times Square, that it was sinful, that it was a disgrace, and everybody agreed, and they would all get voted into office and then nothing would happen. Finally, it did happen because of a combination of forces in the private and the public sector.
My name's Stephen Cassell. I'm an architect in New York City, and I'm a principal at Architecture Research Office. This is a tiny project, 500 square feet. It's really 4 desks and a bathroom. Basically, when we were hired, we were told that we had to have it designed, approved by the city, 7 different agencies. And in that 3 months, I remember we went back and counted. We had 40 meetings. And I always like to say, in terms of projects, since it's only 500 square feet, the meetings per square foot was the highest of any project I'll ever have.
Hi, my name is Sherida Paulson, and I'm a principal at PKSB Architects. And we're the architects for the reconstruction of Father Duffy Square, the home of the new TKTS booth.
Let's talk a little more about technology. In 1978, this was the National Gallery designed by I.M. Pei. So what's the state of the art for 2011? We believe that this is an opportune moment to take advantage of the GPS and the audio streaming technology of the iPhone to create a technologically sophisticated guide to the physical environment, which in our minds is building a national digital gallery. We are already working with 35 arts organizations throughout the country to showcase the richness of their collections. Every day, new collections, buildings, podcasts, and works of art are being added to our database, and it is very exciting to watch the map of America come alive. With the digital collection, let's say you were looking for a work by an artist such as Alice Aycock. Our search gives you a list or a map, and it works on the web, and it works on the iPhone. With the GPS, it's also easy to see images of the Apollo Theater from its heyday, or look at temporary exhibits such as the gates. Another cool feature are the self-guided tours. Broadway is a 14-mile-long stretch extending from 231st Street to Battery Park. If you have time for only a piece of it, you can find it here. Here's the statue of Mrs. Strauss at 106th Street.
I'm Jonathan Kuhn, Director of Art and Antiquities for the New York City Parks Department. We have monuments throughout the 5 boroughs, and one of the more lovely memorials is known as the Strauss Monument. It's on Manhattan's Upper West Side, and it's site-specific in that people it honors live just to the south of it. Isidor and Ida Strauss. Isidor Strauss is an immigrant from Germany. He and his family, they relocated to New York, where they founded department stores. Strauss & Sons, most notably R.H. Macy and Company. Isadora and Ida had the misfortune to be on the maiden voyage of the Titanic, which left Southampton, famously went down in the North Sea. They were perhaps some of the most notable victims of that tragedy.
So, in a nutshell, this is our map of America. But this is where we want to be. It costs us about $10 to put up a site. For $10,000, we can put up 1,000 more sites. And with more money, you get more content with better quality, which means more cities, more collections, more information, more tours, and more podcasts. So if you've ever felt that being a tourist is only fun with money, consider your problem solved. No longer will you even want to spend $20 or more getting into a museum. For now, you would have discovered the joy of experiencing some of America's most interesting works of art and architecture that are free to view every day. And in anticipation of your support, Kickstarter, we are sharing with you a well-kept secret from 10 years of cultural research. Who is America's most prolific artist?